Hello YouTube, it's Wireless and Clinton again, and again I'm making a video that's not about the Surface Pro 3, even though I keep promising that I'm going to make Surface Pro 3 videos to use with teaching. But in the process of deciding I was going to make videos for Surface Pro 3 and thinking forward about flipping classroom content and making videos for this coming school year, I took a rabbit trail and started learning more about how to make videos. And this video is going to be on that. What I've learned about making videos is use good light. The main thing in all the videos I've watched and all the things I've read is use good light. You need a lot more light than you think you do in order to make good video. And I'm finding that that's true. And I'm still working on how to use the light. But what I'm doing to light this video is I have a primary light that's about 5 feet away over there, and I've got a fill light over here that's maybe 6 or 7. I'm also using a backlight right over my shoulder shining at my back from behind me, and what a backlight does is it helps make your subject pop out of the background a little bit because it adds a little bit of a light halo around you in order to separate you from the background a little bit. And I like the effects. I am diffusing that backlight with a piece of paper because I thought it was a little too sharp, and that backlight is just a little clip light that I bought at the hardware store. It's a clip-on work light. The two lights in front of me are umbrella lights that I had for taking pictures of items I was selling on eBay. I bought those umbrella lights on eBay for cheap, but they're diffused umbrellas with just one bulb in them. I also decided that I needed more light in the back of the room, so I have another clip light with paper on it that's lighting the back of the room. So use good light. That's the main thing that will make your videos really stand out. Another thing that's really important for making videos, and a lot of people overlook, and something that I am passionate about, is good sound. Using on-camera microphones tend to leave you wanting as far as sound goes. And you do want to find something that creates good sound, because if people watch your video and you sound like this and you're far away and you're not getting good sound, it tends to turn people off and it does not engage them as much. So use good sound, use good lighting. And I'm also learning more about my camera. I did purchase a new SLR or DSLR camera in order to do these videos, only because the DSLR that we did have did not have an audio input, and to simplify my life I wanted to be able to take the microphone, the external microphone, and put it right into the audio in on the camera. So I upgraded our Nikon D3100 into a D3300, which is what I'm filming with right now. And that camera, I've been very pleased with it. It's still well into consumer grade, but I think it does a really good job, and I'm learning lots about it. What I'm shooting with right now is about an 85mm focal length. Aperture is about f4, and the way that I do that is I set it in aperture priority mode. I put a music stand right here where my face is going to be, and I go over to the camera and I use the auto focus and the auto settings for the other settings, and it'll set the ISO and the focus for me, and then I come back and do the videos. So what that focal length does, the camera's about 10 feet away, and it creates this nice blurring effect in the background, which I really like. And maybe it's not the right thing for vlogging, but I kind of like the idea, and I'm fooling around with it as I'm learning more about how to use a camera and how to use lenses and how everything works. I think it's really neat, and as I experiment with this, I'm using this as a time to really experiment and go all out. Plus, I like the look of my living room in the background. I like instruments, and they're hanging on my wall, and I think it's pretty cool. So use good light, use good sound, and learn the way that your camera works so that you can get the effect that you want, and you really learn how to frame and compose the shot so that you get something that's interesting and that's engaging and that will bring your audience in. After all, we're trying to engage students who are used to a totally different world than we are, and who are used to seeing engaging things online, and they're always on their devices, and they're always on TV, and they're constantly being stimulated, and to just be a talking head for them is doing them a disservice and making it harder for them to learn, whether that's good or bad that they can't learn that way. I think it's important that we focus on the students and the way that they learn in order to really help them engage with the content and internalize it. So I promise I will make some Surface Pro 3 videos, but I'm trying some experiments, and I've been experimenting with lighting all day, and I wanted to make a video about what I'm learning in that regard. So, it's Wireless in Clinton. Stop back again. Maybe I'll make a Surface Pro 3 video.